Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about why Skyrim is my favourite game like ever, because I have basically decided that it is, because it really is one of those one-of-a-kind games that are so amazing that they can never be replicated, not even within their own franchise, and a remaster would probably not do it credit either. It's just such a special game. Like, I mean, 2011 when it came out, everyone was orgasming like the fuck all over the place. Everyone was, but I didn't actually get it in 2011. I got it in 2012 on my Xbox 360, and it was one of those games that I just kept on playing and playing and playing and playing and playing and playing and playing, and I really didn't stop playing it because Skyrim is just that type of game that you will love forever. That's my honest opinion anyway. If you guys think otherwise, please do let me know. I mean, some people say there are better games out there, but really, for me, there isn't. Skyrim is the best it gets. Like, Skyrim, I love Skyrim. Like, I played it for like 600 hours on my Xbox 360. I think I played it to like 200, yeah, about 600 hours, and then I got it on my PC. And I haven't played it as much on my PC, but 600 hours. That's only the main game and the DLCs on my Xbox. Then I got the main game, all the DLCs. I got the Legendary Edition on PC, and I modded it to death several times. And I worked so hard, harder than I've ever worked before, every time I broke the game to revive it, to be able to go back and play it. And that's because Skyrim's always had a special place in my heart as one of those games that I'm just going to keep coming back to, rubbing, like, you know, I'm going to pull it out, I'm going to pull my actual heart out and rub it up against the Skyrim logo. That I still, it's the Imperial Legion thing in it, really. But I mean, I'm not massive on the Elder Scrolls lore, and I do love the Elder Scrolls as a franchise. But Skyrim is just that game that everything. It's just a beautiful game in both concept and execution. And the graphics aren't the best in a game, but it's a deep game. I mean, the graphics aren't the best as in the rock textures are flat, so there's no 3D details, etc. Because it's an RPG and it's a lot. But they've put so much effort into making this game that you just have to hand it to the developers that they did a good job, did Bethesda on Skyrim, that they could probably never do in another game ever, and it's probably the best Bethesda game that I've ever played. Well, it is the best Bethesda game I've ever played because it's the best game I've ever played, so there goes that point out the window. Another thing I'd like to mention is the soundtrack that it has. The soundtrack for Skyrim is bae! Like, there is no denying that Skyrim's soundtrack is just absolutely out of this world. Really, really RPG element, awesome ambience that sends chills down your spine at the same time as either relaxes you, gets you hyped up for a battle, gets you in the battle mood, makes you enjoy the fights, makes you enjoy exploring, makes you enjoy the peace of the game, makes you just want to sit on a chair at a hunter's camp and stare at the sky and the trees and the wind and hear the wind and everything. And then there's the aspect of slaying dragons. Now, slay those mother bitch dragons, that is just as bae, because you go out there, you kill the dragons, you're like, yeah, this is cool. You get to hunt dragons, you get to do quests, endless quests, literally loads and loads and loads, hundreds of thousands of things you could do in the world, killing dragons to retrieving an axe for Bellathor or whatever. But the fun didn't stop there. There were the DLCs Dawnguard, Hearthfire and Dragonborn. Now, Dawnguard focused on vampires, which had its own storyline, and the main game of Skyrim had several storylines of its own, one being the College of Winterhold, another being the Dark Brotherhood, the Thieves Guild, the main quest, the Companions, the Imperial or Stormcloak War, and that's probably about it. Then there were the DLCs, like I was saying before, the Dawnguard, which focused on the vampires, and it was quite a really long DLC, to be fair. Quite lengthy, interesting new areas, very different to the main game, and very interesting. Then we had Dragonborn, which was completely taboo by comparison, more like Morrowind than Skyrim in terms of the place that we were at. Solstheim was a barren wasteland of ash and sadness that you turned around and had its own questline yet again, that was just as good, if not better, than Dawnguard's, which added an entire new land of Solstheim, which was not rushed at all, neither was Dawnguard. Then there was Hearthfire, which implemented the feature of building your own home and adding separate wings to it of your choice and furnishing them how you will, and etc. And that it really was, all 3 DLCs were really fun. And still, you're wondering, does it stop there? No, the DLCs, again, were only a small part of what made Skyrim great. Now, you may have played through several hundred hours without mods on this game, but if you are passionate about this game, I'm guaranteeing at some point you have decided that, right, I'm going to get this game on PC and I'm going to mod the shit out of it. So, I'm no different, so that's what happened with me. I went on to PC, got the game, the Legendary Edition, so I had the DLCs, and I modded the game to death. So, besides from being able to kill Braith and Heimskr, which you can kill Heimskr anyway, but killing Braith, that was fun. And visiting new lands like Falskar, Wormstooth, and Elsewhere via the Moonpath to Elsewhere mod, or Falskar mod, or Wormstooth mod, or Salem, or anything. Going to new areas, it was fun, and doing new quest lines that those areas and those mods have introduced. And what's great about the game is the fact that the developers have deliberately made it so the game is highly adaptable for mods, so mods don't need to take too much effort to install, which makes you just able to get into the fun right away. And I had loads of fun with Falskar, Wormstooth, Moonpath to Elsewhere, and many other little mods that don't do as much as put new quests in, just change the lighting and etc. I had so much fun with those kinds of mods, and come the end I really did enjoy the modding, the DLCs, and I just love Skyrim as a whole because of it. A few of the mods that I enjoyed were Moonpath to Elsewhere, which was just a mod where you go to Elsewhere and have loads of banter and kill stuff, I guess. It was really fun, and it had some beautiful difference to Skyrim. And another mod that I liked was Climates of Tamriel, where Tamriel is Tamriel, yes, and it feels more contrasted in colour, and it just seems more realistic. Another mod was Cloaks of Skyrim, which was just good. I had several mods like overhauls for towns, none of which I really continued to use because they were quite crashy, but I kept on trying to get the game to work, so I fixed it as much as possible, the game, and I tried my best to make the game playable for myself because I loved it so much. So Skyrim is just that game that no matter what you're gonna say, you have probably played it at some point, and if you haven't, then I recommend playing it, because if you don't like it, that's fine, but most people too seem to like it, I find. I mean, I've never spoken to someone who says that they openly dislike Skyrim. Don't know if that's just me being, oh, Skyrim's perfect, but you know, it really is one of those games that I think it really is almost perfect. Besides from maybe the bugs that I will not deny, it has quite a lot of bugs, so quite a lot of glitches, and it definitely does crash a lot, especially when you've heavily modded the game and you've got several player homes and loads of VMBs and whatnot. It really does crash, but it is a fun game regardless, and it is one of the games that I will always keep coming back to because it's so immersive. The lore in all the games of the Elder Scrolls only chip the surface, is basically what people are saying, so it doesn't even chip the surface of the lore of the series, but it is so good, so in depth, and if that's not chipping the surface, then Jesus Christ, I don't know what will. It's a lot. The game is based upon a lot of things, and overall I've just dedicated so many hours to playing this game since it came out, and I think that you guys should definitely go ahead and play it if you haven't already, but if you have, that's cool. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope you enjoy. Be sure to go ahead and like, subscribe, share, comment, tell me what you think about this video, comment your thoughts on Skyrim down below, and tell me your experiences in the world of Skyrim, and I'll see you all in the next one with another video. So yeah,